I'm joined here today with Dan Kobe from the Alberta SPCA, and you guys have just launched the Animal Heroes Lottery and 50/50. Why don't you just tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our Animal Heroes Lottery is a refreshed version of our lottery that better reflects that the people who buy our lottery tickets are true animal heroes and that the purchase of their tickets goes directly to helping us rescue animals throughout Alberta, as well as going to some of our other core programs.
All right, and Dan, what is the importance of supporting this lottery in 50/50?
We rely on Albertans to help fund the programs to help animals in Alberta. About 80% of our revenue comes from Albertans, either through donations or supporting our gaming activities like lotteries and raffles. And so we employ approximately 10 peace officers who enforce the Animal Protection Act in Alberta in all areas outside of Edmonton and Calgary. And so those peace officers are investigating approximately 3,000 complaints of animals in distress throughout the year. And we simply couldn't get to those animals without the support of Albertans. And so distress could be anything from a lack of food and water, lack of veterinary care, or in cold weather like this, lack of appropriate shelter to keep the animals safe and warm.
Awesome, and where can people go to get tickets, and what's the payout going to look like?
So this is our biggest prize pool ever, $95,000 in various prizes, including a $25,000 grand prize. So this is a cash lottery with affordable tickets. That's the lottery portion of it. And then we also have a 50/50 that goes alongside that. And 50/50s are very popular in Alberta. Albertans like their 50/50s. And so we like the idea of giving Albertans the opportunity to enjoy the 50/50 that we have and know that they are supporting the health and welfare of animals in Alberta at the same time. The best place to buy tickets is on the website animalheroeslottery.ca. The early bird deadline is March 7th. So we have 3 early bird prizes. So if you'd like to be in on those prizes, best to get your tickets before March 7th. Final ticket deadline is March 21st, and then we make the draws on March 28th after that.
So obviously this lottery and 50/50 is a great way for people to support the Alberta SPCA, but what can people do throughout the year to help you guys out?
Certainly, the number one thing that people can do to support us is to become a monthly donor, and that is to sign up to have a small amount taken on each at the beginning of each month. That gives us predictable funding that allows us to do the work that we need to do. Donations come with a tax receipt for the donor. But it gives us predictable funding to allow us to plan appropriately for the work that we need to do throughout the year. Anybody who would like to help animals in general can certainly go to their local shelter and sign up to either adopt or be a foster. We know that in Alberta right now, there are just far too many animals and not enough people looking to add animals to their home. And so the shelters are generally quite full. We have hundreds of animals in our care, not in the shelter, but they are in our care that we can't move because shelters are all full. And so we're waiting to for space open up at those shelters so they can take some of our animals as well. So anytime someone either adopts an animal or even just fosters in the short term, that frees up some space in the shelter system in Alberta and allows other animals to move into those spots. So, it's certainly having a dog, a cat, or any other type of animal in your home brings a certain amount of joy. And anyone who has been thinking about adopting an animal, we encourage them to do so because it changes your life and it also changes the life of the animal, and it'll also free up space for another animal to move into the shelter.
All right, Dan, and my last question for you today is there anything else about the lottery or the SPCA in general that you would like the general public to know?
I don't know if I have anything additional to ask, but we are super excited. We talked about at the beginning, we changed the name to the Animal Heroes Lottery. We know that Albertans are a huge part of helping and protecting animals in Alberta, and the lottery is a fantastic way to help those animals and give yourself a chance of winning a little extra money, and that's always a nice thing at this time of year.
All right, and those are all the questions I have today. Thank you for joining me, Dan.
Yes, we are truly grateful to everyone who does support the work that we do. It is important work, and it's been a busy last couple of years. And we want Albertans to know that they are part of the work that we do to make sure that animals are getting the proper care in Alberta.